can have different meanings. You can fold a piece of paper. It's also important to know when you should fold your cards in a game of cards. My name is Paul Silva, Ivy Masters Learning Center at IvyMasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 1, Section 1, number 48, which reads, as used in line 68, hold most nearly means. So this is considered vocabulary and context type question. There's 4 things you should keep in mind for vocabulary and context. One is completely ignoring the meaning of the word that you're familiar with. Most times, the correct answer is probably going to be a word that you're not familiar, that word could even have meant. So you never want to make your criteria, that word doesn't mean that. You got to get it 100% based on context. A lot of times there's meanings of these words that are very common that you didn't know they could mean. Second thing, you could put each answer choice in place of the original word. Third thing, you could think of your own word that would fit in place of it, or it might be a meaning that would fit in place of that word, or even saying, hey, what is this sentence saying? And then the last thing, a lot of times you see this in the word antonym before or after the word in question. So let's go to line 68, let's check it out. In line 68, what we see, we'll start here. History suggests that those will be hard lines to hold. And as soon as you see the word those, it's good to get some context. What is those talking about? Others will suggest that glutting ourselves on space's riches is not an acceptable alternative to developing more sustainable ways of earthly life. So it's not cool to take everything, all the riches from space. History suggests that those, what was talked about just there, will be hard lines to hold. It may be difficult to persuade the public that such barren environments are worth preserving. Notice right after it says persuading the public that barren environments are worth preserving. So what's meant by those be hard lines to hold? It sounds like what they're saying is this argument here is going to be difficult to use this argument, to stick to this argument in order to persuade the public that those space environments are worth preserving. Let's go to the answer choices. Actually, maintain, in one of its senses, you would say like maintain by argument. Maintain's like continue to argue. It actually looks like a perfect fit. Grip. Now, that's a common meaning of the word. Those lines will be hard to grip. It's not a physical line. By line, it sounds like what's meant in the passage is argument. Those lines will be difficult to restrain. That would be in the phrase like hold back. And you could work backwards from these answers as well and say, hey, hold back, what does that, does the sentence fit that context? And it does not. And those will be hard lines to withstand. Withstand would be like if you're under attack and you could put up with something. But it's an argument to be made to preserve space riches. Correct answer here is A. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has difficulty with vocabulary and context questions. Is there any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT? Leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.